Hello, everyone. This week, our question is about how could qualitative data be used more consistently in helping to answer the question about how our students are learning in school? For me, when I first looked at this question, I thought of something that I've actually already mentioned in a previous week's discussion about how my school collects data and uses data. To repeat what I said briefly in that previous video, we're doing a more rigorous form of data collection this year that we haven't done in the past, where we are required to have four main data points throughout the year. It's left to each department what those data points are going to be, but for my department, that consists of two end of semester exams plus a smaller assessment in the middle of each semester. So that's a lot of quantitative data that we collect because we have about 200 students each. But reading the material on mixed methods research this week made me think about this data collection because we follow up with qualitative data as well. And that sounded to me like what was described in the mixed methods research article. So after collecting the numerical data on all of the students' grades, we choose a sample of students from the lowest tier of grades and another sample from the highest tier, and we do case studies on those individual students. What we do is we look at how those students have done in our class and across other assignments. We ask their other teachers to answer a small questionnaire about their performance in their other classes. And we talk to the pastoral department that's more involved with parents and things outside of school to get to know about their home life, parental involvement, and things like that. So basically, we're looking for patterns that the high performing students have and that separate them from the low performing students. Um, and we're also looking for anything that we can use to motivate or help those low performing students. For example, a case that came up recently is that several of them are really interested in another subject. We may be able to collaborate with that department on a project or an activity or something like that to interest as many of those students as possible. And that's something that we've been trying to find opportunities to do as much as possible. Um, I don't always love collecting all the numerical data into the database because it's frankly a lot of admin work. But at the end of it, when we have these deeper insights into some of the students' habits and we're able to see what they have in common with each other, how their interests and personalities play out in their different subject classes, it's really interesting. And even though this is a new practice for us this year, we're finally starting to figure out how to use that knowledge and get actionable ideas from it. So, being able to draw conclusions from case studies of individual students like that isn't something that you can just do on the fly. It also relies on consistently collecting data about them that we can review when we're finally writing the report and trying to figure out what's been going on over the last half a semester. So, when we need that data about their home life, about their participation and attitude in class, about behavior issues, then we're really relying on everybody across the whole staff to be taking note of that kind of data throughout the whole school year. So that is how I've seen qualitative data be used in a really consistent and formal way in this year. It's already brought some positive results, and I can see that it's getting more consistent, and we're figuring out more ways to utilize that data and incorporate it into our routines.